Eastwood is just giving him this poor guy shit the whole time. You could tell that Priest is like, man, I'm a man of the cloth. I'm about to tell this motherfucker, fuck you.
Okay, there is one little. I mean, I've watched this movie 3 times. It's my second favorite. It's the second best movie of the year for me on my list. I absolutely adore it. But the one thing that kind of stuck in me every time I watch it is like, dude, can Clint Eastwood make a movie where he doesn't call the priest Padre? He's been doing it for like 40 years. It's like, we don't call them Padres anymore. Padre. He does. No, but still, you know, he walks in, he's like, hey, Padre. And it's like, wait, isn't that what you called the priest in $1 Million Baby, and what you refer to the priest in Unforgiven, and
yeah, no,
and the good, the bad, and the ugly,
yeah,
and Batman.
Padre, hey, Padre,
Batman, you're here.
I'm called the Joker.
Padre, what are you doing?
I do like at times the camera just go to him on his face when he's saying nothing, with his teeth gritting, his eyes bugging out.
Yeah, I was expecting like his teeth just to be gone by the end of the movie because he grit them so hard. But I gotta agree with you. Look, first of all, I can understand why he's so pissed. I mean, he's at his wife's funeral and he looks over at his granddaughter. She's wearing a belly shirt on the phone. You could tell he's pissed. So yeah, his family's not helping things, but that is one of the many examples of why Clint Eastwood is great in this movie. But the movie itself, for me, is not that great because everything is exaggerated. I mean, this whole thing with this girl there with this belly shirt at a funeral, I'm sorry, I don't see anybody doing that unless they are a goddamn fool.
Oh, I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe with white trash people, but his family was not like a white trash
You gotta
family.
remember, I'm from Virginia.
Exactly. Now, the trailer parks funerals you've been to.
They sell, you know, belly shirt gear for wakes and funerals.
For mourning, yeah.
Hey, because you never know when you're going to have to get yourself a new husband.
There's actually an actual iPod shell you can buy specifically for funerals.
Your grandmother dies, but you want to show off your new belly ring. What you gonna wear?
But the movie's not very subtle at all about the race stuff. I mean, look, I know we make race jokes all the time, but this is a neighborhood. This is a world where everything is race. Clint Eastwood is either telling jokes about race, he's talking about race with his barber, the people in the neighborhood. You have every type of gang there. I was expecting like the gang from A Clockwork Orange to be there.
No, this was like Grand Theft Auto neighborhood he lived
Yeah.
in.
It was like the Warriors.
But the only thing different, like this had to be like the most pussy gangs I have ever seen in my life.
Well, because he just gets up, he gets out of his car. This guy's got to be 80 something, and the gang member's like, "Oh, don't hit me! Don't hit me!"
Well, and plus, even that Asian gang who's pushing that kid around, I'm like, if that kid just had like one extra ball, he could take all of them.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't, and see, that's the thing. It's exaggerated to a point of unbelievability. I mean, we're talking about an Asian gang that talks black and they don't even know Kung Fu. Now, that is not real to me.
But they're not the Wu-Tang Clan, Corey. Jesus Christ.
Where were they? You know, but
where were Wu-Tang?
They weren't in a street racer.
yeah, but the other thing is that some of these stereotypes, because look, I don't mind that we have some of these stereotypes in there, because like you say, I see it as a comedy, but I mean, we went to the 70s for some of them, like the black gang. Who says hunky anymore? The black gang is like, hey, look at this hunky white man coming. I mean, it was almost like Clint Eastwood was like, I'm a racist from the future. I've come to kill you all, you black motherfuckers.
I mean,
hey, baby, I was expecting like Fat Albert the gang to be out there. Hey, baby, what you doing, hunky white man?
I don't know, but he looks tougher to me.
But I mean, given all that,
Hickey Bird.
Yeah, Hickey Bird. What did you call me? Yeah, what kind of racist slang is that? Hickey Bird. But no, given all that, it's still a very, very entertaining movie. It's fun to watch. I just don't think it was great, but I could watch it again and be just as entertaining as I was the first time.
I think it was great. This is a full price movie for me. It's not a high full price only because, like I said, it's that one actor in particular. There's a scene where he has to be really emotional and screaming and yelling, and it just yanked me out of the film how bad he did in that one scene. And there's a couple moments like that with him and with his sister, but everything else was so good, including the script, which I thought was wonderful. Yeah, it's still full price despite its flaws.
And I think that girl, I think the girl's name is Annie Her. The young girl, I thought she was okay. You guys are criticizing her. I thought she was all right.
She's okay.
I thought she went back and forth. Like, she had some really great lines, and some of them she delivered well, and there's a lot of them she didn't.
Well, keep in mind that he wanted to go for authenticity in this film, so he wanted to actually cast Hmong people.
Yeah, it's part of the Dogma 95 agreement.
Well, no, it's one of those things where, you know, when you're going that specific into a culture, you want the best actors they have. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, they got a long way to go then.
well,
I tell you, man,
I mean, you know, I'm sorry. At this point, go ahead and hire David Carradine to play Asian. It worked before.
I watch a lot of Asian films, and there are better Asian actors than those kids who are in that movie.
That boy is the only
right
one
now.
that I thought was very amateurish and wasn't holding up. What's his name? B-Vang or something.
B-Vang.
B-Vang.
But he's got a totally gangsta name. I gotta say, I love that. Shit. I want to change my name to B-Vang. I'm Cy-Vang.
But man, I tell you, one of the scenes in there that really demonstrates that he hated everyone. Like, he gets out, he's talking about that black gang. What are you spooks doing out here? You're harassing this Asian girl, and you should take your Asian ass home. And there's a white kid she's with, and you white motherfucker, why are you out here talking black? He's like, wait a minute, man, I'm white. You ain't got to talk about me. These blacks don't want to be friends with you, and I don't blame them. Get your white ass on out of here. Like, damn, this dude hates everybody. Yeah. And you cat, what are you doing digging that trash can? Get the fuck out of here. Bang, bang, bang.
You feline motherfucker.
He's just shooting everybody. Get those birds off that fucking line off there.
Hey, Mr. Postman, I don't want no more junk mail.
That's another one of those great scenes that I just love because, you know, he steps out and he says that line and then just, you know, they're all like, spooks. Like, I've never even heard that word.
Yeah,
what the?
Is that even a slur?
Yeah, it was so great because he's just such he's such an anachronism.
It's just not racist because everyone who could understand his slurs is dead.
Yeah, that's right.
Jigaboo. I think that's why they brought up Hunky. Like, spooks. Okay, we're going to bring up the old shit too. Hunky,
There you
crack
go.
up.
You jive turkey.
You jive, man. What you doing? Come right here so close to Thanksgiving. Jive turkey. But what did you say you'd give it?
Oh, I give it a full price. This is, like I said, this is the second best movie of the year in my estimation. It's up there on my list. I love it. I've seen it 3 times. I'm going to see it at least a dozen more over the course of the next year in my life. It's just a really, really great film.
Cool.
Well, I mean, you know, like I've said, Clint Eastwood is awesome in it, and he's had so many great lines written for him. I like what the story's about. And at the same time, the bad acting really, you know, took it down for me. The lack of subtlety, and this won't be popular, but I wasn't happy with the conclusion, with the way he chose to wrap up things. His solution to the problem. I was like, I'm thinking of at least three better ways to resolve this than what you chose. So it makes it hard for me because I'm sort of like there's no such thing as a low full price. And yet,
Man, go matinee. Shit.
no, I don't. You know what? But the thing is, I could say matinee. I know people will enjoy it at matinee. I think people could pay full price for it, and it's still, with all the flaws, it's still enjoyable enough that at full price you'll still like it and not feel ripped off.
Okay.
That was so quantified. Thank you.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. What was that?
That was a full price.
What was your
full
final
price. Okay.
decision? Was
We're
full
all
price.
full price.
I'm sitting up here doing a mathematical equation trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah,
price.
I don't
Full
either.
price with like sort of like levels in our
Yes.
pictures, like a water was filling up. We're 3/4 full price.
If you see it at matinee, you'll feel like you came out ahead. If you see it at full price, you'll still be happy.
Okay, damn. I guess I'm gonna be the bad guy here, and I'm gonna give it matinee.
You suck. Why are you even a critic?
I don't know why you're even
I
a
feel like
critic.
I'm on the same level with you. That's why I'm almost like going like, well, maybe I should say matinee.
Too late. Too
can't
late.
change
You had
now.
your chance to make it simple.
Hey,
You
punk,
just-
I can change my rating to whatever I want.
Hey, spook. You black son of a bitch.
So let me get this straight. The 2 white guys really like Walt and gave him full price. And the black guys don't like him so much and think he's only a matinee. I think I see a disparity here.
Yeah, you do. He scared me a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's kind of spooky.
Shut up. Backslap this son of a bitch over here. This hunky son of a bitch over here.
Tao and Sue are never gonna find peace in this world as long as that gang's around.
What are you gonna do, Walt?
Whatever it is, they won't